This is a live look at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. EA Sports college football coverage continues with this Week 10 clash. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Wilson will throw. Bringing the heat. Escapes the set. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
We were talking to the defensive coaching staff coming into this game tonight, and they said we really feel good about our pass rush. We feel like we've got guys up front that can win one-on-one. We've got to let these guys hunt. We've got to let them eat. And they're doing it on the first play of the game, getting a sack.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. And guys, this 3rd and long is not exactly how they drew it up. Hopefully it's not an indication of what we'll see the rest of the game. Pocket breaking down. Big sack. This defense all over him. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. A.K. Deer, big day in his last game. Over 150 yards on the ground and a score. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Catch in the middle, it's Rogers. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play, now it's 2nd and 5. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Keelan Russell. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quick.
There's some room. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down. Because the
Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wilson to pass. Here's a heat. This time on target. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. NC State going up tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Wants to throw on 1st down. The screen, he can go. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Up-tempo for the offense. Defense looks as if it's coming. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Jackson. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Trying play action. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And that's the 4th sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out.
They put on the heat, and they blocked it.
And they have been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Grab near the marker. It's Rodgers. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Russell. Here's the pressure. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Again, it's Russell. Fires to the tight end. Brings him to the open. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Throwing Russell. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Wilson will throw. They'll run the screen. Sweet cut there. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They'll go right back to him. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
The Tide ready to roll on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Keelan Russell pulls it in. It's Rodgers. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Catch in the middle, it's Rodgers. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. He might want another play. Looking to throw again. Rushes on him. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1. Offense in the hurry up.
Well, this guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw in the previous play. Now he's showing off the speed, and you can't blame him, honestly. When you run like him, even if it's first down, if it's not open, just take off. This defense is going to be on their heels all game long if they can't find a way to start slowing him down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Russell. He's got an open man. And He's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a really nice looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love...
Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up.
And the ball is loose on the return. Kicking team's got it.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Keeps it on the draw. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown tie.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. NC State heads out gearing up to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Going to try to get it himself.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Wilson to pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Throwing Russell. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. This time he's got it. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to go right back downfield. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He'll do it himself on the draw. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. It's 3rd and 5. Making side adjustments here. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell hauls it in. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Keelan Russell. The screen, he's got wheels. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Moving out to the right. Got it in the middle, it's Rodgers. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. To throw, it's Russell. Caught behind the line, it's Edwards. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. He slides that just inside the right upright. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We begin with a look at Kansas taking on the UCF Knights.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Coming out of the locker room, Alabama's head coach told me, he said his reminder to his team in the locker room is we are a team in playoff contention, but we have to take care of business now. Even though it's a blowout, even though they've got a big lead, they cannot be satisfied. He said we have to prove we're the kind of team that can close out games when we've got the lead. See if they can do it here to start the third.
Okay, Holly.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The run inside. It's Scott. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Wilson will throw. Gets rid of it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Kick is in the air. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the Alabama sideline, guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game, and the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
I appreciate that, Holly. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Makes it past the marker. There he goes to the right. Past the 50. The 30. The 20. To the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and give him 16 on the year. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch you, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. He stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wilson to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Open space at the 25. Turning on the Jets. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Scott. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Russell, looking for a huge play. Got it down the field. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it? Wants to throw again. Fires quickly. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Quarterback running on the draw. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Throws to the tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's Edwards. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
Hey, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Throwing Russell. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. But now, time for the 4th quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
NC State heads out gearing up to go on the attack. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Wilson will throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Off play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Finds his man. It's Jackson. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. New set of downs after the completion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, and if you're wondering why this offense hasn't scored in this game, it's plays like that. Not only have they not been able to execute running or throwing the football, they've had penalty problems, but it's turnovers as well. And here in the fourth quarter, ball security coming back to bite this offense, giving that one up.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll ride the hot hand. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. He'll try the left side. Might have a chance. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. Gets it almost to the 30-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 29, and a solid return there. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
Right back to the well. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
How about this defense rising to the challenge? Focal point number one, stopping the great running back. Check. How do we do it? Being physical at the line of scrimmage, getting off blocks, not missing a lot of tackles. They have checked all of those boxes and shut this dude down.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Scott. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down, it's 2nd and 10. Wilson to pass. Under fire. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Snow. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.